You are graduating, good girl. And after you graduate, what happens? What happens in September? Where do you go in September?
Big school.
You go to big school in September. Good job, give them a round of applause. This is impromptu. You are certainly a smart bunch. So today, Teacher Lalsi has a special word she wants you to remember when you go to big school. That word is stand. Repeat after me.
Stand.
Repeat after me.
Stand.
Stand. And what does stand mean? Stand. Oh, good job. Stand up. Well, I was thinking they might say to stand on your feet. For you, it may mean to stand on your feet, but it can also mean, as the little graduate said, to stand up. But for me today, it means to stand up for yourself. So my superstars, Teacher Lalsi wants you to remember when you go to big school, if you do not understand what the teacher is saying, or you don't understand your work, you stand up for yourself and you ask or tell your teacher, "Teacher, I do not understand. Teacher, can you show me how to do this?" When other children, even the bigger children, are being mean to you, hitting you and teasing you and calling you bad names, you are going to stand up for yourself and you're going to tell your teacher, "Teacher, this person is being mean to me." You are always going to stand up for yourself and stand up for what is right. So now, tell me the word that Teacher Lalsi wants you to remember when you go to big school.
Banana.
That too. But the word is stand. And what are you going to do? Stand up
Stand up.
for yourself.
For yourself.
Good job. Good job, graduates. I know your teachers and parents are very proud of you right now, and you will remember to stand when you go to big school. Permit me now to turn my attention to the parents, guardians, and well-wishers present today. I would also like to leave the word stand with you. This afternoon, my message to you is to stand. Parents, I beseech you to stand by your children, stand with your children, and stand to your children. If we are to be honest with ourselves, there are times when our children are going to put us in funny situations where what is right in their eyes is totally wrong in reality. And so we would need to stand up to them. Don't be afraid to correct, discipline, and show them the right way, especially when it comes to school situations. We often want to be that parent that brags that no teacher is going to ban my child, no teacher going to punish my child, nobody going to hit my child in that school day. However, what if your child is the instigator of all mentioned above? Don't be afraid to stand up to them and let them know that they are wrong. We need more parents who are honest and brave enough to say, "My child, you are wrong." And parents who are willing to stand up to their children. However, there are instances where we as parents are needed to stand with our children. Sometimes we get complaints from our children that a teacher is picking on them, a classmate is bullying them, or they are having problems with a particular subject. We know that children can be very misleading and very full of tricks, but it is our job to decipher and understand our children well enough to know if we need to stand with them in these concerns. We might want a lawyer, but the child loves to drum and paint. Stand with your child. We may want them to attend a large public school, your alma mater, Washi Wildcats. But it is obvious the child needs special attention in a smaller classroom setting. Stand with your child. We may that the child is being paranoid by saying, "Teacher don't like me." only to find out that teacher may be holding on to something that happened years ago between families. Stand with your child. And lastly, stand by your children. This is when you may need to make your voice be heard or make a pertinent decision that will be for the greater good for your children. Standing by your children means showing up for them for the little 2 minutes recital that they might have to say at Christmas school program. Standing by your children is when you may have to take a vacation day to see them run the steeplechase. Standing by your children is simply showing up for your children. And the truth be told, we falter, and it doesn't always happen how we plan. Some activities are more important than others, but show up when you can. Stand by them and make sure they know and feel your presence. Amen? You with me?
Yes.
Amen. I was so glad when the Honorable stepped in. To our special invited dignitaries and the member of the government, I ask you also to stand. Today, my conversation with you is to stand for these children present. You have been anointed and appointed to be the movers and shakers of how the education system flows, which in turn results in how their future unfolds. Standing for these children may look like taking radical actions with the school policies, and not only how they learn, but what they learn. Is it time for us to move away from traditional approaches to teaching or even learning? Why is time changing but the curriculum is not evolving to reflect that change? Are we really preparing our children for this world or the world our grandparents grew up in years ago? I ask you to stand for these children. And by doing so, it means not just vetting the system, but vetting the employees. It means not transferring teachers with predator and pedophile tendencies. Standing for these children means removing those teachers who no longer have a zest and passion for teaching or for children. And on the flip side, standing for these children means to motivate and reward those teachers who continuously advance themselves so they can be equipped to teach effectively. It means providing an environment that is conducive to learning, where children feel safe and can flourish in abundance. Stand with these children. I hope my message today was not too raw and unfiltered, but sometimes these tough conversations are needed on a microphone and not always behind closed doors. But before I leave, because you were tasked to time me, it would be remiss of me not to pay a special tribute to the proprietor of this institution, Miss Tashiba Clark. Tashiba, I also would like you to stand. But beside me. The amusing part about moving forward swiftly is it begins when you stand. Granted, you can move forward by creeping. That's why I emphasize swiftly. When you stand, you move swiftly. Tashima, you decided to stand over 2 years ago with a dream and a vision to own your own preschool. I can only assume you had many doubts and many persons doubted you as well. And no, this is not the vote of thanks. But here you are today, standing on what you started. Through the struggles, the fights, and the trials, you are standing. Allow me, as one young woman in business to another, to congratulate you and your staff on this great accomplishment. Your passion, care, and love for your students can be seen through the eye of a needle, and one day this school will turn into a mega conglomerate with different locations. Keep standing on You know when you go to an event and they tell you that there's a light refreshment after? Well, on behalf of Hickey's Beauty Parlor, I have with me today a light refreshment donation to present to you for the preservation of your school. Keep growing and keep standing. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Valsel Vasco. You were an incredible audience. Congratulations to the graduating class and thank you for listening.
I want to thank Ms. Glasgow for such a powerful message or conversation, as she calls it, this afternoon. Continue to allow God to use you, Ms. Glasgow, in your business area as you continue to bless and make progressive people from your business and your work. Thank you once again. Thank you very much. We continue as we now have the slideshow. Let's give it up for our technician for the slideshow. There we go.